त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Hello everyone, welcome to Learn to Meditate, webcasting from Perth on Wednesdays. Today our topic is health and well-being, which is on everybody's mind, and I'd like to introduce Troy to present this topic.
Hi Chris.
How you going?
Good, thank you.
How's your day been today?
Yeah, not too bad. It's a beautiful day today. It's very
It
warm.
was absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it's glorious.
27 degrees, a beautiful autumn day in Perth.
Autumn still. Yeah. Yeah.
And Troy's from beautiful Margaret River, a great part of the world along the southwest coast of Western Australia. So how shall we introduce this topic, Troy?
Yeah, well, health, yeah, like you said, it's on a lot of people's mind, and in the modern world we seem to have so many diseases and so many problems that can pop up. So I think a lot of people are concerned about their health and what they can do about staying healthy and actually curing some of these, if they do have a mild disease or some form of like problem with their body. Then it's good to know that there are things you can do that are natural that can help to sort of get these diseases under control or prevent these sort of diseases, not just from what the doctor gives you. There's more natural ways, and Sahaj talks a lot about, or Shri Mataji has spoken a lot about health and well-being and what causes different types of diseases and imbalances in our body. So we just thought it was a good topic. And I've had a lot of people seem to be getting sick around me, so myself have had problems. So
we just been through a pandemic, which was horrific for many people around the world, and also obviously in the Western world, mental and emotional health is a very serious problem. Anxiety, loneliness, depression, general insecurity. It's endemic. It's the world we've created for ourselves.
Yes, it causes a lot of problem physically as well, doesn't it? A lot of those stress and that those feelings, emotional feelings, can lead to more serious problems, like in diseases and that sort of thing. When Shri Mataji speaks about that, how left-sided, if you're really into the left side, that can cause a lot of diseases on the left side, and there's also diseases on the right side. So it's ideal to be in the center. So hopefully, you've got less chance of catching one of those diseases.
Yeah. So we're sort of beings of energy, and if we have energy that's too much on one side and not enough on the other side, we're deprived organs of that energy. And by being in the center and doing or being in meditation, you go into the center and you balance up those energies, and the your emotional and mental health is balanced, and you theoretically should have less physical ailments.
And we have that kundalini, that energy, the power of the mother inside us, which we use in this meditation as well, and that really helps. That's like an extra boost to everything, isn't it? That's the main key player in all of this, isn't it?
So how do you see, Troy? How do you see? You're a very fit guy, living in a beautiful part of the world. How do you see the role of exercise in your physical and mental and emotional well-being?
It's very important, especially as you get older. I think your body sort of needs more certain activities. It's really helpful. I mean, I like surfing, so like I love being in the elements, the nature. And I mean, it gets hard. I get like sore shoulders, and I had a sore knee recently. So I mean, your body can really. I mean, I don't really exercise enough training wise. Like that's my only exercise really. So I should really do other exercise to help stay in shape for that purpose. But I think it's really important. You feel a lot better just from your emotional side, and you just feel being in the ocean really helps.
You're in a beautiful part of the world. You enjoy, and you're in nature.
Like it's clean. It's not polluted as well. That makes a big difference.
It's pristine, and it's actually inviting. You just want to be there, and the seascapes and the beautiful landscapes, and it's just fantastic. A lot of difference from living in the city.
Yes, it's a lot different, and you really appreciate it. On these sort of days and winter days when it's I love this time of year, or not winter, but coming into this sort of colder season. There's less people, and it feels just different. It's a very different atmosphere. It's just a lot quieter, and it's just beautiful. Like it feels cleaner and clearer. It's amazing this time of year.
I mean, Shri Mataji is very strong in keeping our connection with nature, and to observe it and to connect with it. Walk on the Mother Earth, respect the grandfather sea, and use the sea as a means of clearing, and also to observe nature and to be. To see the sky and to see the green and that as much as we can.
So, it helps a lot. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how do you see Sahaja Yoga? Like I've spoken about this before in other talks, that the subtle system is the sort of the core of the being of a human being, and I think Shri Mataji referred to the body as a temple, and we should respect it, and we can do things that to the body to look after it, which will actually help our spiritual being, and vice versa. We can look after our bodies, which will look after in certain ways. Like massage is important. It improves our physical being by massaging, our hands and our head.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's all pressure points, isn't there, on your head?
And also if you're not feeling the vibration so well, if you massage all your feet, and we foot soak as a cleansing. And so going down to the sea to foot soak, and we use Mother Nature to the elements to reduce the impurities within ourselves, which contribute to mental, emotional, and physical ill health.
It's all about just clearing, isn't it? Being clear, clearing
Being
all that
clear,
stuff out that we don't need, isn't it? There's so much stuff in our bodies and in our diet as well, isn't it? It's all stuff like the pollution, the pollutants. It's just stuff that we don't need in our body, basically, isn't it? And we want to get it out somehow. So I think the nature can help, and the meditation.
But it's also other people's stuff. As a meditator, we pick up other people's stuff. We actually clear them out. So I've been working in an office, and it's a little bit, all day. It's a little bit frantic, and I've been on the train, and I went today. I visited a hospital, so luckily I didn't go to a shopping centre. But
it's around, isn't it? Yeah, you feel it.
So it was a lot of stuff. So I really needed to have that foot soak at the end of the day, and if I don't do that, I can accumulate all that other stuff, which is in the I mean, I love the people around me, but I mean everybody has their imbalances, and you're picking up on them, and out of love and compassion you probably absorb them, but you've got to get rid of it.
Well, you must be doing something right, Chris, because you're very fit and healthy as well, aren't you? You're so active.
I did do some walking. Walking is, I think, we have to move.
Yeah. And you healthy diet too, aren't you? You eat pretty healthy, grow your own vegetables.
I watch my diet in terms of the vibrations. So if I'm generating heat, I go to carbohydrates. If I'm feeling emotional, I go to proteins, and I make sure that I drink water, because I'm in a desk job where there is a lot of engagement with the mind, and you've got to drink a lot of water, so you're cooling the liver, and so that's adapting the practical knowledge of Sahaja Yoga to your circumstances.
And that's it. We're all individuals, aren't we? So what works for one person is not necessarily it's going to be what someone else needs, isn't it? So that's the trick, isn't it, to work out yourself, what you need in the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, but you wouldn't have to do that, Troy, because you're just sitting in a beautiful place of
it's still hard, because it's a different. I mean, it is beautiful, but it's still challenging, because there's a lot of challenges still, because it's like a drinking culture, this area. So there's lots of things where it's quite challenging. There's other things going on. It can be quite challenging as well, in other ways, in other ways, not in that sort of way, but in other ways,
And it also depends on who you are,
and how you can handle things. That's right. Your history, of your past and your upbringing, and there's all condition, things, isn't it? It's so much involved, isn't it? It's never ending to sort of work out yourself, isn't it? That's the whole idea, I guess, is to know yourself, isn't it, and know what you need. And but
it's a beautiful adaptable tool, Sahaja Yoga. You wake up in the morning, my partner likes to go and have a shower. I just go straight into meditating, trying to use that early morning as a way of connecting and to clearing and to set myself up for the day. And then I have an unrushed breakfast, and then I move into the day, and then when I come back, I clear out and try to relax and connect with my family, and listen to music or and to talks of Shri Mataji, and sort of get back into that spiritual space again.
That's good. That's because the morning is like a sacred time, isn't it? It feels sacred if you get up, like the birds. They always wake up early, and it feels special, doesn't it? First thing in the morning, it feels like it's a whole day. How you start your day is it could be a lot to how your day goes, doesn't it?
Yes, and setting it up with a to be in the silence, and if you didn't wake up quite, cleared, you do a bit of clearing, and then you may play some music or something, whatever the spontaneously comes to you, but to make sure that you have that space, and you can have feelings of gratitude, and just surrender the whatever problems are coming towards you. You can't do much about them; they'll come anyway, and it's your adaptation, your centeredness that's the most important. If you can maintain it, you can have a good week.
Yeah, I've just been noticing that myself. Like, there's always going to be challenges, isn't there? But it's how you react to the challenge, isn't it? It's not the challenge, it's the problem. It's us reacting to it, isn't it? So if we can learn to just witness more and just just think, okay, this is part of. It's not, it's not about me or whatever. It's a big picture. But I think the meditation really helps with that, doesn't it? To let it all go and just see, you detach yourself a bit from everything, don't you?
Yeah, I've given up on trying to understand the world. It's just it's beyond people's comprehension.
People as well, the people. It's mainly the people in the world, isn't it? That's the hard thing, isn't it?
I just feel compassion now that we're all in it together. It's a great mess we've created for ourselves. Hope we can save the planet for our children.
Yes, that's right. It's a lot of stuff happening. So we should have a meditate, do you think, to try and
absolutely
some of these things?
Yeah,
you can only start with yourself, can't you? Really, you got to start with yourself first, haven't you? Like, these problems, I know they're there, but if you can, work on yourself, then that's the first step, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah, and then there isn't any problems.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't call things problems. Yeah, because if you're trying to change the world, you're going to be there forever. But if you change yourself and your adaptation to it and your orientation towards it, it's actually an easier task.
That's right. And you're the one in control of yourself. Hey, you're not other people. That's the thing with meditation. It gives you a lot of power back, doesn't it? It gives you that power of your sense of self back, not someone else's not someone else's view of you. It's actually something different, isn't it?
All right, we've had our fun. We better get into meditation. And just go deeper. Shall I let you take over?
Good introduction. Yeah. So should we? Hello everyone, and that was good. Thanks, Chris, for helping us introduce the topic. So I'm not sure if there's some newer people here, but that have experienced the meditation before, because normally we go through certain affirmations to start the meditation. But if you just want to sit comfortably, like Chris said, we use the elements. So we're sitting on the earth. It's good with your shoes off, and we're just using the earth element is really helpful for clearing a lot of our problems. Can be drawn through the earth. So that's a really important element and powerful element to help balance us and clear us. So just being comfortable and in a space, notice where in nature's great on the Mother Earth, but if you're inside, that's fine. Just sitting down. So we just close our eyes and we'll start with taking a few deep breaths just to bring our attention inside. So you can just breathe through your nose. Nice deep breath. Just hold it for a little bit. Just let it go slowly. Just do that a few times just to bring your attention inside. Nice deep breath. Hold it for a bit. Let it go. So you can actually put your hand on your heart when you do this breath, because the air element is another element that's going to help our chakras, especially our heart chakra. It's good for the opening of this chakra or clearing this chakra. So just do it again. Take a nice deep breath. Hold it. Just let it out. So just bring your awareness to your heart, where your hand is. Just keep breathing normally. And this is also in our heart, is a very important chakra, because this is where our spirit resides. Like Chris said, we have a lot of energy in our around us and also inside us. It's like we're spiritual beings. So the spirit actually resides in our heart. So if we could just say to ourselves, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. And we have that mother inside us, the mother Kundalini energy, which is a reflection of the spiritual nature of God, or the divine, the all-pervading power. This energy is connected to this power and helps, once it's awakened, it can help connect us and clear us. So we're using this mothering energy, which was given to us at birth. Everyone has it. It just can be dormant for a lot of people. So this energy is very healing and very balancing and clearing. So it's like a mother would want to look after her child and do the best for the child. The same with our own Kundalini individual mother inside us. She wants to help us, nourish us. So we can bring your hand up to the neck and shoulder. This is our communication chakra. This is very important as well because it looks after a lot of our health and well-being in the throat. Communication with eyes, it's all our senses like smelling, tasting, and even feeling the vibrations, like touching. It's all related. This chakra looks after a lot of all of these things. So it's very important chakra to keep clear and to look after. And it makes us feel good. Helps us to understand a lot about ourselves and about others, and speak in a way that people will really get your compassion for them and understanding and wanting to help. So here we can just say on the left side here is where we can hang on to guilt in the past, and this can keep us stuck. It's not useful at all in this moment where we're awakening this energy. So we just say, Mother, I'm not guilty at all. We've all done mistakes, we've all done wrong things, but we don't need to feel guilty. The guilt's not going to change anything. It's going to keep us stuck. So I'm just saying, Mother, I am not guilty. So again, in our hands, we can actually scoop up this Kundalini energy, and with the right hand, just sort of bring it down to the base of the spine and just slowly raise up to the top of your head a few times. So you want this Kundalini energy to come up, and you're like pulling it up with your hand. So you actually develop some powers from this meditation in your hand, so you can actually move this energy around. So you're having attention to bring this natural energy up, all the way up the center. And we can put our hand onto our forehead. So this is another important little chakra. It's a where the left and right crosses over. It's like a small gate that we have to open for this energy to pass through. So having humility and forgiveness, being compassionate for one another, that helps open this chakra. So just say here, Mother, I forgive myself, I forgive everyone. People are always going to do wrong by you. You can't stop people from their actions, but you can change how it affects you. That's the power in forgiveness. What they do won't affect you so much. So they've got no power over you, or that situation doesn't trouble you as much. So you can just forgive them and just clear yourself. Be clear in this moment. I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. Move your hand up to the top of your head. So you can put it on top of your scalp and just stretch your fingers out and just push on your scalp. Turn clockwise. So this is like the fontanelle bone from when you're a little baby. You had that open. That connection was, you were very connected as a baby to this all-pervading energy. So you've had this yoga before, or you've already experienced this, but you probably don't remember for so long ago. But babies are naturally, they're just connected and they're pure. They're very spiritual. Look at their eyes, how bright and shiny. They're connected with their spirit. So we can do that again by massaging this fontanelle and asking this Mother Kundalini to come up through the top of the head, Sahasrara, the very last, well, not the last, but our top chakra on our top of our head. So we just ask, Mother, please establish my self-realization, or give me my self-realization for those new people this day. Please connect me to this all-pervading power. Just raise your hand a little bit above your head. You might feel some energy coming out the top of your head. Could be warm, could be cool, could be very, very slight. That's our yoga. Our true yoga is the union with this power above us. So that's what this Sahaja Yoga meditation is about, is connecting ourselves with this all-pervading power and using it to help us to be in balance and to give us power to be our true selves and understand ourselves. So just bring your hand back down and just keep your attention above your head there, and just meditate for a little bit. See if you can just stop your thinking, or just have a gap between your thinking. That's the present moment, is when you're not in the thought, you're just right here, right now. I forgive. So the topic about health and well-being and disease and imbalances. So we have the left and the right side. So as we said before, a lot of the imbalances can come from the left side, and they from the being too depressed, emotional, thinking of the past, your conditionings, and just also unhealthy lifestyle can affect both sides. But this talk with Shri Mataji we're going to play, she talks about quite a few diseases, and it's like question and answers where she's answering questions about how to cure these diseases, and why they occur in our body, what the imbalance is. And she's talking a lot about the left side, and she can explain, like we use the treatments. There's lots of treatments in Sahaja Yoga that we can balance ourselves. And we use light on the left side, the candle. We use a candle treatment to clear the left side, the warmth, the heat. This left is like cold. It's like when you're sad, depressed, that's cold. So you're sort of heavy. So you want the light to burn this off, to lighten this left side and warm it up. So that we use the candle fire for that. And the right side is the opposite, where it's the heat. It's actually it's like a fire channel itself. So we actually want to cool that down. We can use ice, and we can use water, foot soaking. There's lots of treatments we use, but so the more you practice Sahaja, you can find out more about these treatments. But if we want to listen to this talk about Shri Mataji explaining a little bit about these different diseases and how they're caused, and just try and stay in a meditative state. Afterwards we'll just meditate a little bit and see if we can do a little bit of balancing as well. So we'll just listen to that now. Thank you, Nithya.
And there are diseases which are somatic, and there are diseases which are psycho. That is, the diseases are caused by, supposing you go to a wrong guru, there will be a problem. A person who spoils your psyche. There are so many ways these days we spoil our psyches, drugs and other things that we do. It spoils the psyche, and persons start going into the habit of getting more and more dominated by those habits. So when the Kundalini rises, she brings the attention in the center, by which the left side habits are cured. And so your psychic troubles are also cured, your habits are cured. And then there is another type of disease we have that we call as psychosomatic. These are the diseases like cancer, say AIDS, all viruses, all kinds of multiple sclerosis and all such diseases. They are also caused by the imbalance in your attention, by the imbalance in your being. So when you come into balance, these can be cured very easily, without taking any medicines, without going to any doctor, without doing anything special. The whole system is built in within you, which works it out. So that's what you have to do, is to use the candle. Is the candle, and they will tell you how to do it. You see, you have to use the candle, and it will be all right. Because what is it? You see, there's a left side virus you have got, virus infection, and for the virus you have to use the light. Light is more than the heat. It's not the heat, it's the light. That will help you a lot. They'll tell you how to use it. It will go away. It's improving now very much. That's why it helps you. In the medical science, they never use light as such, you see. For all these troubles, left-sided problems, we even cure cancer with candle, but takes time, but we cure cancer plus all these psychosomatic diseases. You have to use only candles. So the light has to be used. Allergic conditions are nothing but viruses. Allergic. And these viruses are the plants and things that have gone out of the circulation of evolution. So they live on the left side, in the collective subconscious, you see, the area which was built in, and they attack you. Once they attack you, then medical cannot cure it. You see, it's a psychosomatic trouble. And now in his case also same thing. Only the candle can cure you. But candle they will tell you how to use. You have to use my photograph. Alright? And doctors also know that they cannot cure virus trouble. They know that, isn't it? Virus is incurable. They know it very well. Do you know that cancer and all the psychosomatic troubles come from viruses? They are all viruses, different types, that's all. And if you can just get your attention away from them, you are all right. Sahaja Yoga is that. What? If you move towards the left, you go to the collective subconscious, and there are all those things which have gone out of the circulation of evolution are there. But if you can somehow or other pull out your attention, you get cured. Same on the right side also you can have problems. But for psychosomatic troubles, only this candle treatment helps a lot. It's a wonderful thing. Flu. Now for flu, first of all, this is again left side. But we have got a very good medicine in India. I don't know if you have that. There is what you call is the basil. Basil leaves. You take lots of basil leaves, make a concoction. Concoction?
Infusion.
Huh?
Infusion.
No.
Boil it up in a pot.
Boil it up in a pot. Make it absolutely, the essence, take it out. Quite thick. Put tea in it or water, just like the way you want to make it, like a tea. And put milk or whichever way you want, less milk. And sugar, because the taste may not be so good. And then you drink it. Before that, you have to prepare some, what you call for dhuni. You all know ajwain ka dhuni. You see, you know that. So you take ajwain ka dhuni after that. That's all. You do it 3 days, you'll be all right, cleared up. If somebody has allergies, what does it catch? Correct. Left navi. Left navi will catch. Anything that is left can be taken out on the little flame. Now, in diagnosis, you are easy. But now for medicines. Now remember the certain principles of medicines. Very certain principles are there. If it is left side, you have to take it to the fire, or to the sun, or to the flames. Alright? If it is the left side, you have to take it to the water, in general. Anybody who is suffering from right side, put him in the water. Finished. Done. Not in the sun, of course. Any disease, you bring it to this point. It's very simple.
Psoriasis.
Same thing. Psoriasis is nothing else but left side problem. It is a lethargic liver and gives you allergies. For psoriasis, left hand towards the photograph and right hand on the Mother Earth. Putting hot water bottle on the stomach. Or even giving bandhan to your liver with the light is all right. You must see, because psoriasis, now people might think psoriasis means active liver or inactive liver. You see, it comes to that. But we have only two types, active or inactive. Now whether psoriasis is inactive or active, you will know from one point that when the liver is inactive, you get the allergies. And when it is active, you get other problems like what you call that in English, I don't know, nausea, and also you get biliousness. You don't eat much, you thin down, all these problems are there. Now what else? For eczema, same thing. Eczema is the same thing. It's just like allergy. Eczema, same thing. But for eczema, because it's outward, you can use certain thing like neem ka patta and all that I have told you. So many things can be used on top. Fungus outside or inside?
On the skin.
Is one of the worst thing is fungus. Same thing. But it's the worst thing. I should say it's the left side. Again the attack is left side fungus. Is all dead. And you have to use the left side. There's a photograph and right hand on the places wherever you have the fungus. You may take it out that way. But don't eat cheese. And the fungusy cheese you are not supposed to eat at all. All the Sahaja Yogis should not eat any fungusy cheese. That blue one with a crust one. All fungus must be avoided. And also mushrooms if possible.
Why does milk exacerbate allergies and eczema? Milk, cow's milk.
Why does cow's milk make allergies and eczema worse?
What
Why
is
does cow's milk make allergies and eczema worse?
cow's milk? Yes.
Because it's left side.
Left side. Cow's milk always give you the left side. Because she's the mother. And you should not have her milk because it's left side. Whether it is cow's milk or buffalo's milk, all will give you allergies. But if you have animals which are smaller than you, like if you can drink, like Mahatma Gandhi, the goat's milk, then you might not have the problem. What's it? Spondylitis is left Vishuddhi. And right Vishuddhi could be also. But mostly left Vishuddhi spondylitis. Combination also could be.
Multiple sclerosis.
Multiple sclerosis is comes from Muladhara. Muladhara and Nabi. Left Nabi and Muladhara. It's more left-sided. Give the treatment of the left side. Saying the name of Ganesha and of Gauri. It will work out. Now, cancer is a disease which cannot be explained by doctors. We can explain it in Sahaja Yoga. It's caused by overactivity of the sympathetic nervous system. If you could soothe the overactivity of the sympathetic nervous system, you can cure cancer. But say those people who go to spiritualists, those people who go to false gurus, those people who indulge into black magic and other activities of negative nature, getting spirits and things like that, are more susceptible. Are really the susceptible ones. So the cancer is caused, say this is the center, and this is the left side and the right side, and in the center is the Sushumna Nadi, the central Nadi that you see there. Now, if you start using too much the right side, it moves like that, or the left side, it moves like that. At this point, it is vulnerable to cancer because already your relationship with the whole is broken. At that time, suddenly, something happens on the left and it's cut off completely. Then the cells on any center or in many centers can start galloping and can become very ego-oriented and they become malignant. They start growing. Like in the nose, they start growing so fast that they can cover your eye, they can cover your ear and everything. All the other cells are not proportionately growing. And so that's how they obliterate the work of all the other organs. This is how cancer is set. Now when Kundalini passes, she goes through this and just puts it right like that. The first our attention comes to the center. And then she nourishes the center. Cancer is such a common case in the West especially. Such a lot of people are suffering from cancer because they are very one-sided people. If they are left-sided, emotional people, then to the extreme they are. They take to drugs, of such drugs which are very injurious. They take to alcoholism, which are very injurious, takes them to the left side. Or they take to the right side and suddenly any shock they can't bear, so they go to the left side. So there's no balance. And this balance is only established through Kundalini awakening.
So that was a lot of covered in that talk about Shri Mataji. So you can see a lot of these left-sided problems, diseases from the left side. And interesting, she said about using the light, not so much the heat, but it's the light that really helps the left side. So the sun, as well as the candle, the fire. And also how she said that I noted how she said, like with the liver, for example, it can be lethargic or it could be overactive. So each organ can be two things as well. So it's quite difficult if you have a problem with your liver to work out if it's, you got to work out the right sort of symptom. So if it is lethargic, then you have to do something to help stimulate it. But if it's overactive, you want to calm it down. So it's quite a bit to diagnose some of these problems, but I think it's really important that you do have this accurate idea of what is actually going on. So the meditation and doing Sahaj will really help you to understand more about these sort of things and understand yourself. When you meditate, you introspect and look in and try to see more clearly about things, your pattern, your lifestyle, maybe things that aren't helping you if you're more in the past, or these sort of things. Just gives you ideas about what you need to work on. So there's no right or wrong. Everyone's got their own things, but just understanding it and working out a way to actually balance it and to counteract it is important. So we're sort of there's another little meditation that's more the left side of things, but the right side also, she mentioned, did have some problems. There's another little meditation that we're going to do where we can actually clear some of our right side, the heat on the right side. She spoke about cooling it down with the ice in the water. Sorry, it was a big thing she said, but we can also use the ether, the air, to cool it down. And in this next little meditation, well, Shri Mataji's just going to go through and just clear our right side. So this is an area that often when we're overworked, like angry, you're thinking of the future, planning too much, can't stop our thinking, excessive thoughts. So this technique is actually designed to stop our thoughts, to slow us down. And so we might play that now, and we'll do that. And then, yeah, we'll probably be finishing off after that. So we'll just go through that. Thank you.
So, now what is the suggestion? Everyone, still. So I would suggest put your right hand towards me and left hand up. Right hand towards me. And left hand up.
keep our attention on top of our head while we're doing this.
Did you hear that? आवाज येऊन राहिला आवाज कसला येतो
रेल्वेचा इंजिनचा आवाज
तुमच्या
रेल्वे इंजिन सर टाइमशीर होऊन राहिले
टाइम सुरू होता
सगळं विशुद्धी निघून राहिली
शुद्धी निघते
संपूर्ण राईट विशुद्धी
जस्ट डू इट लाईक दॅट राईट विशुद्धी राईट I think put your left hand on your liver. Left hand on your liver. Now just watch me without thinking. And forgive. Forgive everyone. Forgive everyone.
So just take 1 minute meditation after that. Intention on top of your head. Just close your eyes. We'd like to get Chris back. Sorry, that was a bit over 1 minute. We're running a bit behind tonight, but it's sort of hard to stop. But if Chris is there, or otherwise, we can just finish with. Should we go through raise Kundalini and put on a bandhan together, Chris?
Thanks a lot for that, Troy. That was fantastic.
That's okay. Do you want to do the bandhan? I'll lead the.
Yeah. So we're just balancing is incredibly important in Sahaja Yoga, and also before and after we raise the Kundalini and tie a bandhan, which is absolutely essential to the practice. So let's do it as we close off this meditation. So we just keep our attention on the palm of the left hand, and we move our right hand around it in a clockwise manner. And we just keep our attention on the center of the palm of the left hand as we bring it up to the fontanelle above our head, and we tie one knot. And then we do it a second time. Keep our attention on the center of the palm of the left hand, and we tie two knots. So these are sort of symbolic knots. And then we do it a third time, raising to the top of our head, the fontanelle, and we tie three knots. There's three nadis. And then we take the right hand and bring it over to the left, and we bring it across the fontanelle and down the right and back again. So that's for one chakra. And then we do it a second time, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh. There's 7 main chakras. We just say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the vibrations. Thank you for the knowledge.
Yes, there's a lot to cover there. Thanks for sticking it out. Need a bit longer, but it's fine. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, there was a lot of things going on the left side there in those books, but we do need the left side. We need the qualities of the left side. Yeah. And also we need the qualities of the right side, because there's a lot of extreme stuff. We do violence to each other through the right side.
So it's not the left side that's bad, is it? It's just the extreme. If you go to extreme, it's not the good. Is it? Yeah. So we're trying to be in the center, and in the center, that all those imbalances which are pre-existing, they'll all sort that out, and we'll get general good health and mental and emotional well-being. Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, I had a couple of dark moments. So you can be, like do a right side job, but then you overworking the right side, and then you go and you have this thing on the left side. Oh, that's real depression. And you bring yourself back into the center.
Because it swings, doesn't it, like a pendulum? Kind of like if you go to it, like she said, the right side, you just go straight to the left. It's sort of one or the other, isn't it? That's why you want to be.
But I mean, I think there was a point there that if you recognize it, it's sort of, there's some of the things in Sahaja Yoga is that if you know it, you have an introspection and you find it, it sort of almost like goes away. You have a baddha, and when you recognize it, it's sort of in a way of controlling it. So you're constantly becoming aware of yourself, and
it takes the power away from it, doesn't it? When you you understand it, it's not so, hasn't got hold of you anymore, has it? You're actually away from it a bit, aren't you? Yeah.
And you're also, I mean, we're all imperfect. We're slipping and sliding here. We could go, I've had this big, right side shift, I better bring back again. So you just, you change your behavior. We slip. I mean, yeah,
it's not easy, but it's practice, isn't it? Practice, mate. Keep at it. Don't give up, and just keep going.
But you're maintaining the joy.
Yes.
So you get the benefits.
Yeah, you feel, and the meditation and we're doing it together. It's really nice. Yeah. So thanks for some. I think some people left. So I'm not sure who left, but thank you for everyone that joined. And
we're only 9 minutes over. And thank you, Mitya. It's a great job.
Yeah, thank you, Mitya, as always.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll see you again. And don't forget, we're on Mondays at, is it 6 p.m. Sydney time? And on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Sydney time. And it's really great to have you join through Zoom or YouTube. And also, if you go to freemeditation.com.au, you'll also find the websites for Sahaja Yoga right around the world, and also information about where you can go to a actual physical program in your city or town, including Margaret River.
Yeah, well, hopefully. It'll happen again.
Or just knock on your door.
Yeah, that's it.
Just go down to the beach and you'll
You can
see
meditate.
Troy.
Right. Always happy to meditate.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
come to my house because you can see me in my garden. I'm just enjoying nature in my own, and sitting on the Mother Earth.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
enjoying the gratitude of being alive and being part of Mother Nature.
The blessings. That's it. You got to enjoy the blessings, haven't you? From what we've been given, we've been blessed. Yeah. And from the blessings to enjoy all the good things that we've been given.
Yeah.
The blessings, the free things.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you, Troy. Really great program.
Thank you. Well, thanks. We'll see you next time. We'll see you another time. Okay. Take care.
See you.
Bye-bye.